Folks, I do promise this will be the most exciting 3 hours of your week. No, I'm kidding. The success of your business long term will come down to the size and loyalty of your network. The average person knows 250 other people. You've got to be front of the brain, tip of the tongue when someone has one of their 250 that needs a house. And here's the thing, your biggest issue is obscurity. People either don't know who you are or they aren't thinking about you at the right time. What is ultimately the biggest reason for failure in sales? A lack of activity. Not making enough calls to get enough prospects to make enough sales. The reason for that lack of activity is a lack of self-confidence. By the way, 81% of appointments are made after the fourth contact. The old number was you had to reach out to somebody 7 times before you got mind share, before they started to recognize your name through all the noise. The new number is 9 to 13 times. We've got negative news and we've got negative people. We need to spend less time with negative people. Now, you may have some negative people in your life. If you can't think of anyone, it could be you. No. You've got to have the right attitude. It all comes down to attitude. Do what you say you'll do when you say you'll do it. By the way, willpower does work. You can will yourself to do what you need to do when you need to do it. Look, if you're on a diet and there's a donut sitting in front of you, you're either going to eat that donut based upon a simple decision that the Geico lizard, the economy, and your spouse have nothing to do with. Right? So on the attitude end, you've got to have that drive and perseverance. You got to be persistent. You got to follow up. You got to follow through. You got to call people. You need that dogged determination. You need that blue collar mentality. You need the drive. You got to have thick skin. You can't take things personally, and you got to keep getting up, no matter how many times you get knocked down. If you can simply do that one thing, show up every day, especially on the tough days, and do what needs to be done, you'll be light years ahead of most people. You'll be extremely successful in pretty much whatever you do. So all motivation, all getting to where you want to get to in life comes down to having powerful reasons why you do what you do. What's your passion? What's your driver? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? Why do you go to work? Why are you here right now? Let's say, for example, you want to lose 10 pounds. Maybe that's been your New Year's resolution the past 6, 7 years. Why haven't you done it, right? I mean, you know what to do. You're going to eat less. You're going to exercise more. You're going to no problem, right? All of a sudden I say, I'll tell you what. I'll give you $1 million cash after taxes if you lose 10 pounds in a week, 7 days. You gonna lose the 7 pounds at the 10 pounds? Is it gonna take a week? No, you're gonna run out of here like your pants are on fire. You're gonna run around. You're gonna come back here 6, 7 hours later, down 12 pounds just in case my scale's broken. You couldn't lose 10 in 6 or 7 years. You lost 12 in 6 or 7 hours. What changed? Your motivation, your driver. So it's not a question of can you do what you need to do. It's a question of will you do it. Whether or not you'll do it will come down to your reasons why. Now, let's wrap up really quick. You've got the top 2 character traits you want to work on, which are great attitude and self-discipline, driven by motivation, driven by your why. You want to watch out for the 2 biggest roadblocks, which are negatives and excuses. Finally, on the mental aspect, you take 100% responsibility for everything in your life. Once you do that, you get great at selling by making it a study and doing what the top people do. Next, you get great at connecting with people and building your network. Finally, work hard, work smart. If you can do that, you will be successful in business. Your mind is the battlefield. You are your greatest enemy or greatest ally. You either push yourself forward or hold yourself back, no one or nothing else. The only battle you have to win every day is right here. And if you win it, everything else takes care of itself. Thanks, you guys have been great.